wishes for the upcoming victory.
It will be the final vote soon. It's a stunning victory for us. Cheers!
Cheers! May the peace be with us.
You're in a good mood.
Z.
You must be in the wrong room. You can't find those friends who tell Balderdash here.
What brings you here, our honorable committee member?
May I have a word with you, Bernard?
Let me check my watch again. It's 3 in the afternoon. I don't think I've drunk that much. Could you repeat that again? You want me to canvass for you?
To be more precise, to form a partnership.
My, what a creative idea. What can you offer? Not supporting such a stupid draft next time? Or recruiting new arcanists for our caucus?
What about a witness for the case of Chicago office?
Who is it? Give me the name.
I will, if you collaborate with me. Or talk to me with a better attitude.
I'm sorry. Our philosophies have always been different, and that led to prejudice. But being mysterious won't show us sincerity for each other, right?
A staff of mine is willing to testify as a witness. Her report can prove your point.
Strong enough to prove their negligence?
It depends on the special prosecutor. But the evidence is strong enough to prove that you're innocent from setting up others out of your personal interest.
Looks like you've got your own little bird. The management there sucks. They don't serve humans or arcanists. They're just puppets manipulated by money. I want to bring order back to that place. And I've collected quite a lot of evidence against them. Yet the most ridiculous thing happened. In the second week after I submitted the investigation application to the Supreme Court, the evidence was gone. My men found their charred pieces in the garbage room. Someone threw them into the shredding incinerator. It was like I could do nothing but surrender.
You have a wolf by your ears. I understand.
But you're asking for too much. 11 votes. We're on the opposite side. I can never persuade all of them to vote for you. Besides, the court session of the Chicago case starts later than the final vote. Don't tell me you want the service before you pay for it.
Don't worry. You can vote after testifying.
How are you gonna do that?
I will do what I can, in my power. The vote won't start so soon.
I can try for 9 votes, or 10, for the appreciation of your political resourcefulness.
Good luck making a better Chicago office, Bernard.
Miss Petra.
Come in.
I'm here to report the situation so far. Some neutral parties have tilted in favor of the draft.
How many?
Not a lot of them, but enough to make the votes even. They have always pursued revolution in the Foundation. Looks like Mark has finally persuaded them. I heard Miss Z has been working hard on canvassing too. But the number of the conservatives remains the same. We don't have to worry about that. I believe we will still prevail in the final vote days later.
What about the other groups?
Still functioning as usual. Nothing special. By the way, Bernard and his men paid a visit to SPDM. I didn't get to talk to them.
Thank you for the report. She's never been so persistent. Do you know why she's been so different this time, Pedro?
I didn't realize you had time to invite me to play table tennis. Or are you actually here to lobby, Madam Z?
I'll say both, Katz. Back then when I was a student, I'd often invite my classmates to play ping pong after we left the laboratory. A cold shower after getting soaked in sweat is a piece of memory I can't forget.
You remind me of the old days in the table tennis varsity. You're the only one I can practice with here. Serve it, Madam Z. Let's compete. Backhand sharp. Great, great. Again. Ready to go. Hey. Nice shot.
We're planning to revise some articles in the draft.
Which articles?
The articles about strengthening the control of registered arcanists. You're right. We do need to improve the credibility of the Foundation in the outside world.
Tell me more.
The timekeeper's power to discipline should be transferred back to the School of Discipline and the Foundation. The Foundation will conduct a unified risk assessment on arcanists to ensure this team is always under control.
But in fact, it still belongs to the timekeeper, right?
That is our minimum requirement. And you will not change.
I didn't expect you to compromise.
It's not a compromise. It's a reasonable amendment to the draft. Transferring the power of education and discipline to the foundation will help lower the budget and reduce the pressure on Verton.
And you would even lobby an opponent, me, for this amendment.
A reasonable appeal shouldn't be rejected just because it is raised by a different faction. The foundation needs solidarity, not contradiction. If the draft is meant to pass, I will do whatever I can to make it meet most expectations. Just like this ping pong game. Friendship first, competition second. Legislation shall serve the people.
You have my vote, Madam Z.
A vote is not the only thing I need, Katz.
Constantine.
Has the voting started? You see, here is the number of votes I have estimated. The pro-drafts will lose by 5 votes to their opponent. Don't forget our bet. The one who loses will pay for the new stamps.
The final vote is not today, I'm afraid. Z's speech is still ongoing. She's just started the part on Article 3, Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure. But the speech has already lasted 7 hours. Even some delegates have left.
What? A filibuster?
Yes, and Katz's speech will be right after that. So, I guess the final vote won't start until tomorrow. That won't make a difference. Delaying the vote won't change the result.
We don't know yet. I didn't expect that she would be trying so hard. But for me, this is not necessarily bad news. The filibuster will only have 2 outcomes. It is either one of the parties wins over 2/3 of support and gains victory, or both parties get stuck in a tug-of-war. If this tug-of-war doesn't end with a clear outcome, the Storm Reformation will end up completely dead and forbidden to be discussed within 5 years. Are the stakes getting too high?
Madam Vice President? Mr. President came back from the Pax House.
I will go see him now.
He's waiting for you in the office.
Mr. President. Good day to you, sir. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us.
Are you feeling better these days?
I can still hang in for a few years. Thank you.
Are they doing all right?
Just as usual. Nothing to worry about. I'll stay in the Foundation these months. The agenda is well arranged. There is something more important that I must tell you in person. Amen. Furthermore.
This is their judgment.
Yes.
Then I have no objection to it.
Hold tight, my friend.
Excuse me. I have to admit, I was surprised. Thank you for telling me this.